Prince and the Village Beauty. In the heart of Umuduragu, a small Igbo village known for its lush green fields and ancient traditions, there lived a young woman named Adama. She was the pride of the village, not just for her beauty, but for her kindness. Her smile was as radiant as the morning sun, and her voice as soothing as a lullaby. Adama spent her days helping the elderly, gathering water for those in need, and teaching young children under the large mango tree. Far away, in the grand kingdom of Umuagwa, there was a prince, Uchenna. Unlike Adama, he was known for his arrogance. As the only son of Eze Okechukwu, the mighty king, Uchenna had grown up spoiled, believing the world revolved around him. He had little regard for the suffering of others and treated the common people as mere servants beneath his feet. One fateful day, Uchenna's father sent him on a journey to Umuduragu to oversee a land dispute between the village and his kingdom. The prince, irritated by the task, reluctantly agreed. Mounted on a majestic black horse, dressed in fine silk wrappers, and escorted by his guards, he rode into the village. The villagers watched from a distance, whispering among themselves. "The arrogant prince has come," they muttered. But Adama was different. She had never met the prince and believed that even the proudest heart could be softened by kindness. As the prince arrived in the village square, his horse suddenly reared up in fear, causing him to fall embarrassingly into the dust. The villagers gasped, suppressing laughter, but Adama rushed forward. Without hesitation, she offered her hand to help him up. "Are you hurt, my prince?" she asked, her eyes full of genuine concern. Uchenna, humiliated and angry, swatted her hand away. "How dare you touch me? Do you know who I am?" he snapped. Adama simply smiled. "I know who you are, my prince. But at this moment, you are a man who needs help." The prince scoffed and stood up on his own, brushing the dust off his expensive clothes. He expected Adama to cower or apologize, but she only continued to smile. Something about her unsettled him. That night, after meeting with the elders, Prince Uchenna couldn't sleep. His mind kept returning to the girl with the kind eyes. The next morning, as he prepared to leave, a sudden storm rolled in, and heavy rains flooded the village paths. His guards advised against traveling until the waters receded. Frustrated, the prince had no choice but to stay. The village chief, eager to please royalty, offered him a place to stay, but it was Adama who brought him food. "My prince, I made this myself," she said, setting down a steaming bowl of jollof rice with fried fish. Uchenna eyed the meal skeptically. "Did you poison it?" he asked coldly. Adama laughed. "If I wanted you gone, my prince, I would have left you in the dirt yesterday." For the first time, Uchenna felt warmth in someone's teasing. He hesitated, but took a bite. His eyes widened. He had never tasted food so rich with flavor. Over the next few days, as the rain continued, Uchenna found himself watching Adama. She was different from the women of the palace, who only flattered him for favor. She helped the poor, cared for children, and spoke with wisdom beyond her years. One evening, as they sat beneath the mango tree, Adama told him a story about the Ekemiri, the mystical water python that rewarded kindness and punished arrogance. "You remind me of the prince in the tale," she teased. "And what happened to him?" Uchenna asked, amused. "He was cursed until he learned that a true leader serves, not commands." Uchenna scoffed, but could not shake the feeling that fate had brought him here for a reason. That night, an old woman came to the village seeking shelter from the rain. Many villagers ignored her, but Adama, as always, welcomed her in, giving her food and a place to sleep. Uchenna, watching from a distance, felt something stir in him. The next morning, when the woman was about to leave, he surprised everyone by giving her one of his gold rings. "For your troubles," he said gruffly. The woman smiled knowingly. "Your heart is changing, my prince." When the rain finally stopped, Uchenna prepared to leave, but his heart felt heavy. As he climbed onto his horse, he turned to Adama. "Come with me to the palace," he blurted out before he could stop himself. Adama laughed. "And be another servant in your kingdom?" "No," Uchenna said, softer this time. "Be my queen." The village gasped in shock, but Adama only smiled. "A queen must have a kind heart, my prince. Are you ready for that?" Uchenna looked at the villagers, people he once considered beneath him, but who now felt like home. He took a deep breath. "If you teach me, I will be." With the blessing of the elders, Adama left for Umuagwa, not as a servant, but as the woman who had taught a prince the true magic of kindness. And from that day forward, Prince Uchenna no longer known for his arrogance, but for his heart. And so their love story became legend, told for generations beneath the great mango tree.